Yeah, raining. Suitably raining, and everybody's leaving the Anarco Scottish Folk Festival here in the hills of Elgin. And one of the high spots, definitely for me, of a weekend of high spots, has to be said, was Sam and James, who are the Gillespie, the Brothers Gillespie. I got it. Yeah, you're from Newcastle, guys. James.
Yeah, we're
Northumberland. Yeah.
And then grew up around Northumberland.
Yeah.
So countryside around Newcastle, really.
Yeah, and obviously brothers, and obviously out there on the trail, you've been knocking down a few gigs this weekend apart from this one. Want to talk about that? Want to talk about where you find yourself, your music, where to find your music, also where it comes from as well, because it's there's some traditional elements.
Yeah.
Going right back into the roots of Northumberland as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you give us a song? Have you got something in mind?
Yeah, we're going to play first a song called Golden One, which is one that we've written.
Yeah.
And it's, I suppose it's a song about a kind of story, in a way, about a character finding their way to just sort of freedom, kind of throwing off the sort of mental and social shackles that they find that are on them when they're growing up, and kind of having a sort of healing, inspirational relationship with some force that in the song is called the Golden One.
Yeah.
And it's quite a...
Yeah, carry on.
It's quite inspired in a way by the land where we grew up, the hills and the
fell land.
The fell land,
yeah.
And the valleys and the trees, and just the kind of healing, sustaining power of the land there. It's quite a big inspiration for us generally.
Song called?
The Golden One is the name of the song, yeah. Should we play it?
Brothers Gillespie, in the Moose, Medicine Show Moose.
It's good to be here.
Thank you.
Breaking of the dawn, and the sweet, the silent morn, there was light upon the hillside, whisperings in the corn. The formless thing was I, waiting hungry to be born by 1,000 forces and desires. I was torn, but my dream was like a star. Of that one thing I was sure, and I rose to meet the journey of the day. At that time I was burdened, I was struggling to be free. I despised my education, my fire was cut with fear, born into obligation, just to be a kind of slave, just to toil for a master, some shelter and the grave. But something burned within that no bondage could erase, and I tended my flame down in the valley. Long hot summer gave birth to me again. Unknown lover, I've always known you were my friend. Oh, my soul, 16 years old, and my heart is more than a chest can hold. And roaming on the heights where I swear I smelled the sea, I was deep within the stillness, lost in reverie. All around me was the gentle, drowsy droning of the bees. when I felt it coming gently, my life's own destiny. And I wasn't so surprised to see those tender wild eyes taking form before me lightly on the air. Never was I truly open, so absolutely free. Oh, I'd never been so thirsty. I drank and drank so deep, and said, come to me again, by the hill beneath the tree, or down in the dark, by the crook of the Lee, where the deep waters flow, and where often I did go to soothe all the troubles in my mind. Fine fire, hill of dreaming, lost cradle home that never was, gold one, queen of Eden. I have seen you shimmering in the grasses. Ooh, before, know my soul, 16 years old, that my heart is more than a chest can hold. And know my master, you're not my master, and I don't hate you, there's nothing you can say. Know my master, I'm running faster, and the skyline is wider than your
Marvellous. Brothers
Thanks,
Gillespie
man.
here in the Medicine Moose. There's nothing quite like sibling singers. I wish my brother and I could sing anywhere near like that though. It's not a given, is it? You guys must have been singing since you were bairns, were you?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we didn't really sing so much that I remember until we were in our teens.
Uh-huh.
But there's a kind of singing which isn't singing, which maybe is like synchronizing,
Yeah,
and playing.
yeah,
Is part of the same.
yeah,
It's like maybe the root of the same tree in some way.
yeah. Is it different every time?
Yeah,
yeah, it is actually.
especially when it's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen that in while you were playing there. It was like you could see your eyes light up at
Yeah.
certain times.
I think like when we're in the zone,
Connects.
it's organic. I guess
Yeah.
it's kind of an unpredictable thing.
Yeah.
And I think our most enjoyable gigs or performances that we do are ones where there's an element of the unknown,
Yeah.
and we start to feel free and like to kind of for it to become organic.
Yeah, it's almost like it's singing in one voice from the listener's point of view.
That's lovely.
Yeah, yeah, lovely, absolutely fantastic. Now, how did the songwriting duties share out?
Well, we
each write songs occasionally.
I suppose to be honest, we in this project we only do so many of our own songs. We arrange quite a lot of traditional songs, and we do some of our own. But I think a lot of the songs that we write, we haven't really yet brought to this project.
Right.
We play them in other contexts, I think.
Yeah.
But we're kind of wanting to do that more actually, and
Yeah.
I think we have a sense that for the second album that we'd like to do maybe more of our own. Would you say? Jimmy?
Yeah, definitely.
How far are we in with one album so far?
We released an album just recently, I suppose Christmas time it was,
yeah.
so getting further away, but it still feels
Ah.
quite recently. It's called Songs from the Outlands.
Right.
It took us a while to kind of bring it all together because it just began as an idea that these certain old songs had this wild energy in them,
Yeah.
and we just put them together, and the list gradually grew.
Yeah. It took a wee while to find, for the list to come to fruition, to find the right songs that had the right energy. And some of them just like, I don't know, they just sort of came
They found
quite
you?
naturally. Yeah, they just sort of found their place.
Yeah. Is that just from wandering around and songs appearing in circles and that
Yeah,
sort of thing?
CDs as well, and
Variety of places.
festivals. Just
Yeah, like gatherings and folk clubs.
Yeah.
And,
Is it a very northeastern thing, or?
The songs on the record?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. There's a few northeastern songs. There's one called The Wild Hills of Wannies, which is you might be familiar with it. It's a really great old Northumbrian song, all about this range of hills, the Wannies.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of other Northumbrian ones, but no, there's some border songs.
Yeah.
A few border ballads.
Yeah. I had one or two of the border
Irish
ballads.
songs. Yeah. And a couple of. Well, there's one that we're about to play now that's kind of a Northumbrian poem that James put to music as well. So I suppose that's become a new Northumbrian song.
Yeah, nice, part of the tradition, before we do that, just so as people can find you, it'll be Facebook, obvious place.
We have a website and we have Facebook, so you just search for the Brothers Gillespie.
Yeah.
And SoundCloud as well.
SoundCloud.
I'll be going straight into that as soon as I get home.
Awesome, great.
And
you can find all upcoming shows and stuff on the website, of
quite
course.
A few for the summer. You got one or two more festivals.
Yeah, we're playing quite a lot. Let's see if we can remember where. We're playing at the Nest Collective Campfire Club in London on Thursday.
Yeah.
And just before that in Hexham, our hometown, on Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's where this comes from. Yeah. About that then.
Oh, really?
Cool. Good choice.
Yeah.
If you are in London and just happen to be listening and want to come to that Campfire Club show, it's nearly sold out. And there's a couple of other really exciting sounding acts.
Yeah.
So be sure to book. And then we're appearing at Cambridge Folk Festival, and on a kind of introducing stage, and. Shambhala and Festival number 6, which is in North Wales.
Nice.
And later on in the year, we're at a couple of Northumbrian festivals. There's two really lovely Northumbrian festivals. One called Barfest, which stands for Bellingham All Acoustic Festival, and then the Allen Valleys Folk Festival.
What dates of those I might be heading south?
Off the top of my head, I think Barfest might be the first few days of September.
I think it's around the weekend of the 9th of September. It includes the 9th of September and happens over the weekend around then. I can't remember the exact dates, but
I thought it was the 1st to the 4th.
Well, no, it's in that time. People have plenty, and including myself, have got plenty of time to work out.
Awesome. And then Allen Valleys is early October, I think, maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th of October. They're both really great and really worth going to. So.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much for doing this, and it's a joy to fall into your company and your music as well.
Cheers, man.
Over the weekend, it's been lovely being here, eh?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Been really magic. One of the best. One of the best festivals.
More
I've
of
been
these,
to,
I think.
Yeah.
Just the right size.
Yeah.
And a beautiful ethos and a lovely energy.
Yeah.
And talking about that spontaneity as well, in the barn the other night where we were playing, there was just so much warmth and connection between everyone in the room.
Yeah.
It
was a conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the most free I've ever felt playing live, actually, in that barn. The most alive I'd ever felt music.
And it went to a different level at that point, didn't it? With everybody, it was fantastic.
And it's quite a privilege.
And there wasn't anybody not moving.
Yeah, right.
Everybody was just grooving along with it. It was a fantastic gig. It was one of my favourite gigs of the year so far.
Farewell, ye dungeons dark and strong, the wretch's destiny. Macpherson's time will not be long on yonder gallows tree. Oh, what is death but part and breath on many a bloody plain? I have dead his face, and in this place I scorn him yet again. Say wantonly, say wantonly, say wantonly gave he. I played the tune, I danced the room, and he
Where were you the night before? What brought you to the Highlands? We should just clear this up.
So we were up at a kind of a small festival on the Isle of Egglesey.
Yeah.
A kind of solstice festival.
Google Map, where's Egglesey?
So Egglesey is one of the smaller islands of the Orkney Islands.
I've never been off the mainland up in Orkney.
It's very
got
beautiful.
to happen. Got to get up there and do that.
Certainly recommend Egglesey.
Yeah.
It has a special sort of legend attached to it surrounding Saint Magnus, this kind of figure that was a figure of Norse history but almost mythology.
Yeah.
Who was, I think, an inspiration to George Mackay Brown. And he was kind of murdered on this island.
He was. That's right.
So
and I wondered where it heard
powerful.
the name.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a beautiful gathering that we're at as well. So we were up for that, and then to come and play here.
You found this, and
then
or they found you.
Our uncle lives up in the very north of Caithness, just looking out over Hoy, so we went to see him on his week off.
Used to do gigs up in the lighthouse there when Johnny Fats was alive, at Dunnet Head.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sounds like
his boys are off now and they sold it, but it was an incredible scene while it was all going on. It gets better the further north you go. You've been up to Shetland yet?
Yeah, I went.
I've never been.
Years ago, it was amazing. Yeah, I'd love to go up there for the festival.
Well.
Yeah, I think get yourself in for the festival next year. Now's the time to inquire.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's have a song then. See us out of this.
So this one's the one we were mentioning that James put to music. So it's a poem by Wilfred Wilson Gibson, who is a Northumbrian poet. He's no longer alive.
The poem was about 100 years old. Was it now?
It's a bonny song. It's sort of again, in a way, it's another kind of freedom song. A lassie sort of throws off her constraints and kind of weds a gypsy.
Yeah.
This song came to me after a day of planting trees by the Devil's Water.
The Devil's Water.
Good name, eh? Nice. Which is.
Down the valley to the Devil's Water rode the parson's seventh daughter. And her heart was light and her eyes were wild. Seventh child of his seventh child. Down the valley to the Devil's Water rode the parson's black-eyed daughter. Down she rode on the bridle track. Down she rode and she never came back. Never back to the Devil's Water rode the parson's black-eyed daughter. Dipton Mill. High and low the parson sought his seventh black-eyed daughter. And he tripped as he trod the bridle track, and the bramble tore his coat of black. Stood on the brink of the Devil's Water, and he cursed and he called her the Devil's daughter.
Gypsy Jill rode in a yellow caravan by the side of a merry black-eyed man. Day up the hill and over the hill, down the valley by Dipton Mill, down the bank to the Devil's Water rode the Devil's merry daughter. As kneeling down with her little child, she christened her baby in the Devil's Water, the black-eyed bride of the Devil's daughter. She laughed as she hugged it tight, and it clapped its hand at the golden light that glanced and danced on the Devil's Water. Do you think she was it Rosalind? Down the valley to the Devil's Water rode the parson's seventh daughter.
That's fabulous. The poor parson has lost his seventh daughter.
I know.
I wonder what happened to the rest of them.
You'll work it out in time. He's on his own journey.
Yeah, that was fabulous. Thank you very much,
Thank
Sam and James Gillespie, the Brothers Gillespie. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the summer, man.
Lovely to play here.
It was
Cheers.
fabulous.